View. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone? What if one day you found proof? Not in a shimmering spaceship or a cryptic signal, but in the face of a lost child. This is the story of Elias Vance, a retired astrophysicist whose quiet life was shattered by a single, impossible encounter. One moonless night, while mapping constellations from his remote observatory, Elias spotted something streak across the sky and crash in the nearby woods. Expecting a meteor fragment, he instead found a small, glowing pod. Inside wasn't rock or metal, but a child, looking human in every way, except for its eyes, which held the depth of 1,000 star systems. The child was alone, scared, and radiated a faint, warm light. Lyra learned English with astonishing speed. And Elias learned about her home world, a place of light, music, and peace, now ravaged by a consuming darkness. Lyra was a refugee, sent away in the hope of survival. But the darkness had followed her. Strange phenomena began plaguing the town, unexplained power outages, disorienting shadows that seemed to move on their own. Air, and a creeping sense of dread that settled over everyone. Elias knew it was a hunt. One evening, Lyra's glow flickered and dimmed. She pointed a trembling finger towards the woods, her stellar eyes wide with terror. A chasm of pure, silent blackness had opened among the trees, a void that absorbed all light and sound. Elias knew what he had to do. He couldn't fight the darkness, but maybe, just maybe, he could guide Lyra through it. Holding her small hand, he took a deep breath and stepped into the abyss, leaving his world behind to save hers. He wasn't just following an alien child, he was following the last glimmer of hope in the universe. What happened next is a story for another time. Thanks for watching. You were captivated by Elias and Lyra's journey. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter. See you in the next video. Thor. The ground beneath me shifted from soft earth to something cold and metallic. The air grew thin, humming with an energy I couldn't comprehend. The child Alara turned back, her large, luminous eyes holding a universe of unspoken stories. She offered her hand, her touch surprisingly warm against my cold skin. As I took it, the forest around us dissolved into a swirling vortex of light and color. We stood in a vast chamber, its walls pulsing with a soft, bioluminescent glow. Strange symbols, unlike any human language, spiraled across the too. This was where she was from. It was in darkness, not in the way I'd imagined. It was a different kind of light, a different kind of existence. Alara tugged on my hand, leading me towards the crystal. As we approached, images flooded my mind. I saw a people, tall and graceful, fleeing from a shadowy threat that consumed stars. They sent their children out into the cosmos, little seeds of hope scattered among the galaxies, searching for refuge, for allies. I saw her loneliness, the crushing weight of being the last of her kind in this corner of the universe. A profound sorrow. And in that moment, standing in the heart of her ship, I understood my purpose. I wasn't just following a lost child. I was answering a call for help that had traveled across years. My journey hadn't ended when I stepped into her world. It had just begun. And I knew, with absolute certainty, that I would do whatever it took to protect this star child and the memory of her people. Thank you so much for watching. If you're as captivated by Alara's story as I am, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. See you in the next part.